So Donald Trump's legal team for his impeachment trial quit en masse last night, a mass exodus. We covered that. But when that story broke, some noted that Donald Trump has increasingly been thinking about representing himself in his impeachment trial live on the Senate floor. And my goodness, if that happens, guys, the popcorn would flow all across the United States and all across the world. Here's some reporting on it. Somebody notes here, Janet Mullins Grissom says here, in response to this news, that if you're Trump, this is rather a no-brainer. With Senate Republicans, aka the jury, on record that impeaching a former president is unconstitutional, why spend money on lawyers? And Maggie Haberman, one of the chief people covering Trump over the last few years, she says, here is a statement Trump has made to advisors almost verbatim. The actual statement is that he could do it himself and save money. But no, he isn't going to the Senate well, aides say. Bannon, who was talking to Trump ahead of his departure from D.C. and the day Trump went back and forth on pardoning him, is encouraging him to go to the Senate himself. Quote unquote, he's the only one who can sell it. And so some aides are suggesting he's probably not going to end up defending himself on the Senate floor. But I'm maybe not that convinced for a few reasons. One, he's talking about doing it. Two, Trump hates paying people, hates spending money that isn't the taxpayers' money or other investors' money or people he's grifting's money. Three, he doesn't have any lawyers right now. He does not have lawyers. He doesn't have a team. Every time he gets close to getting a team, they turn out to be defendants with him like Rudy Giuliani, or they quit because, frankly, they're unwilling to tell the lies that Donald Trump wants them to tell. Not just about impeachment, but about everything from the election to his time in office to his ambitions in 2024. They're not willing to lie for him like he wants them to. And then on top of all that, you can add Trump's ego. Trump really would believe, despite having no legal experience, that he could just run his own impeachment trial in the Senate and come off looking like, daisies, come off smelling like roses in that effort. I'm not convinced he won't go through with it. I'm really not. I really do think he might do it. And look, if his argument is I'm using this as a show trial for 2024, then it does make sense for him to do it himself. If he has his lawyers do it and he doesn't testify, then it's a trial about him, but he's never seen. Remember, in the last Senate trial of Trump's impeachment back in early 2020, the first time he was impeached, we basically heard nothing from Donald Trump. There were people on his behalf and people against him at that trial, but Trump wasn't there. Trump wasn't, in the audience watching or whatever. He was totally separated. If he wants to keep himself in the public eye and he wants to, demonstrate a show of strength here, then maybe the best way to do it is to defend yourself in this trial, or at the very least be willing to testify on your behalf to present your side of the story, keeping yourself in the media ecosystem in a way you really can't do because you're not president anymore and you don't even have Twitter and Facebook and other social media anymore to be constantly on the people's mind. So I think he might do it. I really do. I don't think he's going to find any decent lawyer, because any decent lawyer knows that Trump is absolute radioactive poison right now. And two, any decent lawyer won't be willing to tell the types of lies he wants them to tell. But crucially, this man is poisoned by his own ego. And look, I get the argument that the Republicans are not going to convict him. You're going to get maybe 5, 6, 7 Republicans vote to convict, but the Republican Party will not give enough votes to get the Senate to 66, 67 votes, which is the threshold you need to actually have the impeachment stick, him be retroactively removed from office, potentially banned from running again in 2024 or forever for federal office. You're not going to get there. But if you don't think there couldn't be consequences to him defending himself, you're wrong. There could be consequences to other people in the Trump ecosystem. There could be consequences politically for his children. And frankly, because we know how Trump runs his mouth in a very undisciplined fashion, in the course of this trial, he may not say something that gets himself impeached, but he may say something that would be used against him in subsequent legal efforts, either criminal or civil. So it wouldn't surprise me that Donald Trump goes into this knowing I can't be impeached, but accidentally admits to some sort of crime that he could be held accountable for in the course of his post-presidential career. So let's keep an eye on this. I really am interested to see how this unfolds. Will Donald Trump defend himself? If he doesn't, what kind of kooky lawyer will he get to defend himself? And even if he doesn't defend himself, will he take the trial and incriminate himself in a bunch of ways we haven't even thought of yet? It's going to be very interesting, to say the least.